Hello again, everybody. Thanks for checking in. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween out there, and all you trick-or-treaters and all you ghosts and goblins and whatnot. Boy, I tell you what, the weather terrorists are at it again. The weather terrorists have struck again. I'm really, it really is just absurd. You know, about a quarter-inch of rain this morning, maybe a half-inch southeast, and they made a lot of communities change plans and go to the headache of changing days. And here we are, overcast. It's not sunny. It's not a beautiful day, but they may get some rain overnight tonight, but this 3 to 5 inch talk, we may get an inch in 2 days. It's just, it's really mind-boggling. People need something to do to get ratings and get people in the stores and get people just in an uproar. And I'm going to probably do a Kyle's rant and rave, but let's get back to the beer. I know I ramble, but this is another topic for another time. But it really is frustrating when, you know, you see 3 to 5 inches, change your plans, and we got nothing, and we'll have nothing for the next 7-8 hours. Maybe after midnight, some light showers will move in at best. But it's just frustrating. So here we go. Going back to the Heavy Seas Brewing Company, it's one that's their flagship. I think I've tried it. I have not checked it in. It's the Loose Cannon IPA. Loose Cannon IPA, Heavy Seas flagship beer, Baltimore, Maryland. Did the first Heavy Seas beer review Sunday, Blackbeard's Breakfast. This one is their staple, the #1 IPA. It says the fearless leader. This IPA is openly hopped 3 times in the brewing process. Aromatic with floral notes. It's an amazingly balanced American IPA. Now 7.25. 7.25 is the ABV on this, and it's a good IPA. And it says best by January 23rd of 19. I don't know if you can see that, but there we go. So let's get the cap off and get into it. Like I said, I'm just going down the list of these breweries that I see, and I wanted to check in what I can, get the reviews. I want to keep the bottle cap. That's downstairs. We'll keep the bottle. There's the Heavy Seas cap. Pretty cool. I mean, they do a good job with a lot of their beers. And as you were saying, too, just the theme, Baltimore being on Chesapeake Bay and all that. So, pretty good beers. This one not getting too great a score. I think it's like 3.71. Not awful, but certainly not one that you look at and say, wow, I got to go out and get it. I think it was 2.19 for the single bottle, so I can't complain. Go ahead and get a pour. Nice color, yeah. Typical IPA color. Says it's directly hopped 3 times in the brewing process, and I wonder, yeah, really kind of, you know, I've been drinking so many hazies lately that this color looks like, yeah, it's a nice color, kind of lighter. Almost looks like a light lager. Yeah, it looks like a dark, almost like a lager color coming out of the bottle there. Loose Cannon. Yeah, pretty cool artwork there. And we'll get the last little bit in there and swish it around and get an aroma and get it going. Alright, so here's the pour. Nice amount of head on it. It's not aggressive. It's a nice carbonation. Pretty good presentable beer so far. Let's get some aroma. And floral hoppiness. I'm getting a lot of floral notes, some citrus. Really good floral notes. Also some nice caramel malt, perhaps. Yeah, it smells nice. So let's thank the brewers, Heavy Seas, Baltimore, Maryland, and happy Halloween. Trick or treat, guys. Cheers. Kind of just a mild beer. I don't want to knock it. It's certainly got a little bit of flavor up front. This is more 7.25. It doesn't. There's a little bit of that malt. There's a little bit of like that citrus Simcoe hops, and then it does finish pretty smooth. But I think overall this is not a great IPA. I'm not saying it's terrible, but I would not. Wouldn't knock this beer, but it's not going to be one of my faves or one that I'm rushing off the shelf to get. You know me, I like to try everything once, get the review, get the bottle. I'm a connoisseur, I'm a collector, I'm a hoarder. But it's not a bad beer. I certainly think it's a smooth finish, but it doesn't have a lot of flavors up front. Floral hops, kind of like a Simcoe in there. So we'll go ahead and sip on this. I would say a 3.5 out of 5. I mean, I can't give it any more. I think that's a fair. That's not a bad beer. It's a decent beer. I just, with so many other IPAs out there, this came out. I mean, I started brewing this beer in 1998. This was this is their staple beer. This has been out for a long time, and you know, back 15 years ago, this was probably one of the best IPAs in America before I really got into craft beer, and it still is a decent IPA. It's better than some I've had, but I would say with some of the other IPAs I've drank, this is nowhere near as good. And not to knock it, but I do have the double cans in there as well for maybe early next week, maybe this weekend. We can get into that as well. That's got a little bit better score, a little bit more malt and flavor, hopefully. So I do think I've tried this at a pint night, did not check it in on draft. Maybe a sip, maybe a sample, or maybe just a snifter. But 3.5, guys. Again, not bad. I'm not going to knock it, but it certainly isn't one that I would rave about and say good, great. But gotta like that Heavy Seas artwork. Halloween with the skull and the crossbones, loose cannon. So, hey guys, be safe out there tonight. All seriousness, if it does rain, just kind of stay dry and just be safe out there. We always hear stories about people with candy and with, I heard a story this morning about somebody putting razor blades in candy, disgusting. And always check the candy and make sure the kids are safe. Watch out for people out there. So I know how that is. It's fun and it's a great time, but just be sure you're kind of watching everything and just to be safe. So everybody have fun tonight, and the best time of the year is rapidly declining as we get into November. So cheers, everybody. Go Tribe, go Blue. See you soon. Later.